Hey, Film Banter audience, how you doing, guys? We have a fun little segment here for you. We're just going to touch on our favorite characters from Quentin Tarantino's films. We're each going to pick 5 for a total of 10, although there might be some overlap. You never know, you just got to watch to find out. So we're just going to go off one by one and go back and forth and cover our favorites. So we're going to start with number 5, Mr. Pink from Reservoir Dogs. He was great in this film.
It was great in Boardwalk Empire on HBO also.
And he was a fun character here. Yeah. You know, this was the first movie I remember seeing him in. And all my friends after watching this, we kept calling him Rat Bastard.
I cannot tell you how many people tell me I sound just like Steve Buscemi.
You got the same nasally voice.
Got that same nasally essence that comes out of my voice.
No, but he's great in this film. He's one of the lead characters. I would argue maybe the second lead.
There you go.
Okay, so my choice, my 5th favorite, it's coming up right here. It's Jules Winfield, played by Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Which obviously is a great performance.
Well, wait, let me move over so you can see Sam.
You got to move, not me.
No, I got to move.
He's great. He commands this whole last scene.
And this is one of the first times we really saw Sam Jackson.
This was a big breakout for him.
Big breakout for him.
Big breakout. Because
now he's in every film that comes out.
Before this, he was in a lot of supporting roles.
Yeah, I find it
irritating. He was even in
Goodfellas,
Goodfellas, which people forget about.
Was he?
Yeah. And he did it's a silly comedy, but in '93 did a comedy with Emilio Estevez, which was a joke on action movies called National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1.
Oh, okay.
Fun movie, it's a parody movie.
That wasn't Emilio, that was with Charlie Sheen.
No, that was Emilio Estevez.
Was it?
Yes, Charlie Sheen did Hot Shots.
Oh, correct.
Yeah.
All right.
But I love him in this film. He's great in this film.
Look
He's
at
nominated
Travolta
for
in
an
this
Oscar.
photograph. What a great shot.
Both nominees right there.
I know.
All right, so let's go to your next. Your number 4 choice is Bill, played by David Carradine.
David Carradine. Yeah, I love David Carradine. Absolutely. There he is. You got to move.
Yeah.
And there's Yuma and David, of course, who ended his life hanging in Paris. Was it Paris?
No, he was in Japan.
He was in Japan.
He was doing the autoerotic asphyxiation.
It's your Anthony Bourdain who was in Paris, and he killed himself.
Yeah, but he didn't do the autoerotic asphyxiation.
I don't know if he did the autoerotica thing. Yeah.
But the family was saying that he was killed by the Yakuza because he was going to try to reveal some truth about them.
Yeah, but there was you're talking about David Carradine?
Yeah, that's what the family was trying to spin it as.
That's bullshit.
I know.
Because he was hanging dressed in women's clothes.
He was trying to get
He had a wig, and he was hanging by
an embarrassing way to go.
You know, and the old Schwantz was out, and then he was...
and Michael Hutchins did that.
He was choking the chicken. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, not the way I choose to go.
That's the way I don't think
Mommy
anybody...
must be so proud.
I don't think anybody wants
Anyway,
to go
he was a great
that
actor.
way.
I enjoyed him in this movie quite a bit.
I did too. Well, he had to. They had to have a commanding person to play
You know
Bill.
who was originally his first choice?
No.
Warren Beatty.
Really?
And he dropped out. Yeah, they had some talks.
I think David would have been better.
I think David was
certainly
a good choice.
with the kung fu, the Chinese.
Yeah, I can't see Warren Beatty doing all that shit.
Well, I can't see. Well, I could almost see him, but this
think
wouldn't have been a film
good choice.
Yeah, I mean, because David Carradine had to, kind of shoot her point blank in the
did,
church.
Yeah, he had the menace.
I don't think Warren Beatty. I don't think Warren Beatty would have wanted to do that film.
Maybe
just for his reputation.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I enjoyed David regardless.
I did too.
So my number 4 choice, which I hinted at before, is the character in *Inglourious Bastards*, Hans Landa, played by Christoph Waltz.
Okay.
Loved it. He's the reason I love this film.
Yeah.
He won the Best Actor at that year's Cannes Film Festival.
Did he?
Yeah, in 2009.
Not Best Supporting.
No, Best. No, I think it was Best Actor.
Well, he's not in the film all that long.
But he's the second lead.
Yeah,
I have to confirm whether it was supporting or Best Actor. But he won an award regardless.
Of course, I just watched Attila again. The Angel of Death or whatever the Attila film.
You were talking about Alita.
Alita. I'm sorry.
Attila is famous conqueror.
That's the Hun. But
Alita's great. I love Alita. And he's in that, obviously.
Yeah, and he is great. And I love him.
He's a fantastic actor.
There's one thing about this man. He never overplays, and I love that film that he's in with Michael Fassbinder's wife.
You're talking about Alicia Vikander.
Yes.
You're talking about Tulip Fever.
Yes.
He's great now.
God, I love Tulip Fever.
That's a good little film.
I love.
Check out Tulip Fever a couple years ago.
I didn't want to see it because you and I were going to review it, so I had to watch it, and I loved it.
Me too. Same day. I got sucked into it.
Oh my God, I love that movie.
Film.
Oh, it was so wonderful.
I enjoyed
and Christoph, he just underplays everything.
He's good.
But he
Less
has
is
that
more.
intensity to pull it off.
I agree.
And he just knows how to do it.
He is a tremendous actor.
I'll tell you, in Alita.
So likable too. Even when he's playing a vicious guy.
Well,
I enjoy him
a little bit. Well, in Glorious, he is a likable kind of guy.
He's so fun.
Yeah, no, kind of. Well, not at the opening scene.
No,
where
but
he's
the acting.
he's
you just can't
telling
take your eyes off the guy.
He knows everybody's downstairs hiding.
And he's playing games.
And he's playing mind games with them, and you know he's just going to kill everybody. And then you just see her running off in the distance.
Yeah,
I love
he
that.
knows you'll see her again. And,
I know.
And he speaks 3 languages in this film. He's great, if not 4. Well, he speaks German, English, French, and Italian in this movie.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason he got the role, because he was so bilingual.
Oh, wow.
When he was scouting.
Quadlingual.
Exactly.
Quadlingual.
All right, so let's move on. Your choice for your number 3 is going to be Stuntman Mike from Death Proof, played by Kurt Russell.
There you go. All right.
I like this film. All of a sudden,
I like this film. You know, this is an evil.
It's a great performance.
This is an evil little film. There's no question
about
it.
I agree. And he's really
not a nice movie.
This
is not a nice movie by any means, but I just got a kick out of it. I like the whole, the grindhouse aspect, and I just thought it was kind of fun.
No,
he's a serial killer. Look at him right there.
Movie.
I mean, he's just
look at that guy.
And then you go back and you watch him, and you see him in Overboard with Goldie Hawn.
Love Overboard.
And he came from the whole Shaggy Dog. He was a Disney kid. Yeah.
Wasn't Barefoot Detective him too? Maybe not.
Very possible. Maybe. I don't know. But I know he was in the Shaggy Dog.
He was. There's Rose McGowan, Death Proof, right there in the background.
She is, right there. Oh, look out. Yeah. Rosa's a blonde.
But yeah, he's great in this film. Yeah. Nothing more to say. He's amazing.
I wonder if they're good buddies still, him and Robert Rodriguez, Quentin. I wonder if they're still good
so.
friends.
I don't see why they wouldn't be.
I don't know. It seems like
I don't see why they have a falling
Robert
out.
has gone into the James Cameron camp now a little bit.
Well, he's moving up the ladder.
Yeah.
He's doing some cool stuff, which is great for him because he's a great filmmaker. He's a very versatile filmmaker.
I love
He can do everything.
I love Sin City.
I agree too. I think that's a feat.
That's just a great piece of work. There's nothing that looks like it.
It's a beautiful film.
Somebody, Frank, what's his name?
Frank Miller.
Frank Miller. Yeah. He went off and made his own film.
The Spirit, which was panned.
Horrifying.
But it was because of Sin City that we were able to then get 300, because that came after.
Well,
and 300, I don't want to say it took the same style, but there were a lot of elements there, obviously both based on Frank Miller.
Well, loads and loads of green screen is what we had in 300.
The whole movie was green screen.
Yeah, but Sin City just had that black and white.
No, it was beautiful.
And
the
with
stark
splashes of color.
It's a beautiful film. The sequel, not so good. I didn't care for it.
No, I didn't.
Dame to Kill For?
Oh, no, that was pretty horrible. And that, once again, Rodriguez did direct the film.
Well, he directed it with Frank Miller. As is the first one, I believe.
What a shame.
But let's quick move on, because we got...
Quentin directed his scene.
He did.
The first Sin City. With the yellow Cadillac.
Rodriguez made him do it.
Yeah.
Because I want you to... Because he'd never worked with green screen, because I want you to try this.
Oh, okay.
And he did.
Wow.
But anyway, my third choice is Cliff Booth in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, played by the wonderful Brad Pitt.
This is also one of my picks, too.
Oh, I agree. This is one of the few we overlap. You might have to move so we can see this cool shot.
We did. Okay. There we go.
But yeah, he's great
you got to
in this
move,
film.
man. I'm moving, you're not.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm only blocking Leo.
Yeah, well,
but this is about Brad.
Okay. Well, okay.
But anyway, I love him in this film. It's one of his best performances. He's so watchable in this movie.
No, he's great.
His character's fun.
And he looks
he's dangerous. He's funny.
I love the scene, where he's teasing. This is Quentin teasing the audience.
Yeah.
Brad takes off his shirt.
For the ladies.
He's up on top for the ladies.
Yeah.
It's Thelma and Louise Part 3.
Yeah.
He's up on the roof. There's Margot Robbie. In the next house over in the Sharon Tate murder house. Which, by the way, I did just find out, the actual Sharon Tate murder house was destroyed. They knocked it down. But now, because of this film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, all these people are making this exodus.
I'm sure.
All night long. People are going by this house up on this Canterbury
You mean they're making a pilgrimage?
They're making
That's a better word.
Well, no.
Exodus is mean they're leaving.
Well, okay. Or
they're leaving their homes to make a pilgrimage to the house on Cicero Drive.
Yes, Messiah, Chris. But it's very true, yes. Anyway, they're going up to see the actual, but it's not the actual Sharon Tate house. They destroyed it. They knocked it down just for the karma aspect.
But this film now is going to have a whole Hollywood tour. See where it was made.
But look at Brad there. I mean, he just looks awesome.
Yeah.
He looks a little weathered. He
almost looks there just like he looked in that movie Spy Game with Robert Redford.
There you go.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
The late '90s, early 2000s.
I like that film, and also that movie Devil's Heart that he made with Harrison Ford.
The Devil's Own.
Devil's Own.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad movie.
It was okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I know the movie had a lot of production problems.
Yeah, it did indeed.
But I enjoyed that too.
But there, you look at these two guys, and who outacts who? Well, Leo truly. I don't know if they could have been
overacting.
You often have to say, could Brad have played the Leo role, and could Leo play the Brad? Leo could have played the Brad role, but I don't think Brad could have played the Leo role.
Oh, I think only because of the age. He's a little too old.
No. There's too much acting going on with the Leo role.
You don't think Brad could do that? You don't think he's as versatile?
I don't think he's as versatile. No, not at all. I really don't.
I mean, I might agree with you, but I'd like to see him try.
No, Leo has that comedy aspect when he's doing the hullabaloo with the girls behind him.
Well, that was great. I could see Brad doing that.
I could see Brad doing that.
I could see him doing that.
No, this was perfectly cast.
It was perfectly cast.
It
really
I agree
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's move on. Let's say your second choice, we're getting down to number one, is Vincent Vega, Pulp Fiction, played by, obviously, Mr. John Travolta.
Okay.
So there's a great shot.
I don't know. I think I chose John because of the the reinvention of his acting career,
which is
that
awesome.
Quentin so beautifully made prominent to we the people of the world, and
because it was like, you know what, it was an appreciation from Quentin saying, listen, I like this guy.
Exactly.
And he goes, this guy got a bad rap. It's not always the actor's fault that the movies tank. Sometimes the movies they suck, A lot of things happen in editing, and the actor does what he can. It's out of our hands, Once you leave the set, it's done.
But he really played a character here.
He's great in this movie.
He's wonderful in this movie.
He's awesome in this movie.
Sam Jackson, whatever we see on Sam Jackson in various films, there's always a major part of Sam Jackson. Is always in every single film he ever does.
That's the thing. He's always Sam Jackson.
He's not a character actor.
He's not.
He plays Sam Jackson.
But he's
excellent.
I agree.
I remember that one he did, The Cul-de-Sac. You remember that film?
That was a good movie with Patrick Wilson.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that film.
Kind of a nutcase.
That was called Lakeview Terrace.
There you go.
That was a good little film.
Yeah, but it was set in this cul-de-sac, and Sam was the bad guy in that.
He was the obnoxious neighbor.
Exactly. No matter where you see Sam, even in all the Marvel film, no matter where we go,
I agree. He's Sam.
He's always Sam.
I agree.
Travolta played somebody else here.
Yeah.
He really nailed it.
We've never seen him like this.
Yeah, he really did.
Yeah,
and Leo played somebody else there.
I agree 100%.
But that's one thing about Leo. Leo is versatile.
He's and I don't think he's
a
always
character
Leo.
actor as much as he is a lead. In fact, he's more of a character actor than a lead. We don't always see...
I would say so. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Like kind of like Johnny Depp. Well, Johnny Depp's probably a little bit more of a character actor.
Maybe back in the early days. Leo was more of a typecast. A Boy's Life.
Yeah, that was Gilbert Grape too. De Niro handpicked him for that.
I know.
And then Gilbert Grape was his first Oscar nom.
Correct. But then when we saw him go into Basketball Diaries,
that was a different side of him.
And that was pre-Titanic.
I agree. And then Titanic changed everything.
And then now he's a mega.
You know what drives me crazy is people that they say, I don't like Leo. I'm like, why? Oh, because I hate Titanic. Stop it. That's not a reason to hate an actor because you don't like a film, number one. Then people are like, oh, he's just so
Well, they
Leo.
love Titanic.
But
they
Leo
love the
is
film.
great. I don't understand why people don't like him.
I just showed Titanic to a friend of mine, and she sat there and she watched the whole
amazing.
film. And I love Titanic.
It's so watchable.
It's so
whenever it's on, I can't turn it off.
This is an homage to The Boat.
I agree 100%.
The Boat is the star of that film, not Leo DiCaprio. Leo wanted to play the role with a clubfoot.
I know.
He wanted to play a little...
that was pretty cool.
He did. He wanted to play with a clubfoot.
And that shows the character actor spinning.
True. But then James just said,
no, he can't do
no.
Which was a good choice.
Good choice.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so my number two choice is Mr. Blonde, played by Michael Madsen in Reservoir Dogs.
There you go.
Love him in this movie.
There he is.
Speaking of a music
Beautiful
cue.
segue by our incredible technical crew,
You
by
like
the way.
that?
Look at that segue.
Speaking of Stuck in the Middle with You, if there's ever a song that's been immortalized in a scene.
I totally agree.
And because of this movie, you hear this song played everywhere now.
I know.
Everywhere
No,
you
that's
hear
not true. This song was a huge hit before this film.
Yeah, but I feel like I didn't hear it until I saw
Steelers Wheel.
Oh, I know Steelers Wheel.
Jerry Rafferty.
Yeah, and Joe Egan.
They
Jerry
were
Rafferty
and he did a great song called Baker Street with him. Fantastic saxophone in the background that you hear all the time in not only supermarkets but just on the radio in general.
Cool.
Just great songs. But Stuck in the Middle is a great little pop song.
It is a great song. But I just feel like this movie really brought it back to the mainstream. Yeah.
But not in a good way.
Well,
the visual.
I know. Yeah. The reference
when David
point.
Lynch made Blue Velvet. Okay,
I know what you're
he
gonna say.
has the whole bit with the song "Crying"
by
Roy Orbison,
sung by Dean Stockwell.
Right, but it wasn't "Crying." It was called
In
Sandman in Dreams. Correct.
Yeah.
So David Lynch calls
eyes,
up. Excuse me, Mr. Orbison, I'd love to use your song in my film. And Roy Orbison says, "Oh, of course, I give you my permission."
If only he knew.
Then, when the movie came out, and he sees Dean Stockwell as this pervert. And that, Dennis Hopper is just this raging psychopath.
Yeah.
Then Roy Orbison called up David Lynch and he says, I had no idea what you were going to do with my song. And he was very upset. He wanted the song taken out. But he had already given his permission.
He was probably a very old man at that point.
He's
from the old school.
He died fairly young. He was only in his 60s when he passed away. Yes.
He was
Traveling
what
Wilburys.
What a voice he had.
Oh, my God.
Amazing.
Traveling Wilburys with George and Tom Petty, Bob Dylan. Produced by Jeff Lynne.
Exactly. But anyway, I love Michael Madsen in this movie. He is, I just want to say this, he is the epitome of cool in this movie.
Yeah.
Love him in this movie. Great. Couldn't have cast this role better.
I think we've gone beyond our hour.
I think we have. That's why we're going to do your number one movie right now, real quick, is Cliff Booth, Once Upon a Time, which we've already kind of touched on.
Well, we don't have to do it again.
We know it's great.
No, we know.
There he is.
Brad Pitt. No.
My number one.
Your number one is
Bruce Willis as Butch in Pulp Fiction,
there you go.
ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, there he is.
This is my second favorite character for him. Number one, obviously, John McClane in the original Die Hard.
Sure.
The first two. But he is great in this movie.
He is.
His character has such a moral dilemma, and he makes an amazing choice in this film to go rescue somebody that he probably shouldn't have.
I like the little French girl who's in here, too.
Maria de Medeiros.
Oh, she's wonderful.
They make a fun pair.
They make a fun pair. He's hopping on the back of the bike and
he
driving
has
off.
such a good scene in this movie. That scene in particular, one of the best scenes in movie history.
I got to go back and watch this again.
With that saxophone song, Comanche playing in the background, as those hillbillies are banging big rames. Amazing.
Oh, God, that's a brutal stuff.
Amazing.
Though. That was a brutal film.
So well done.
It was amazing, though.
But ladies
I got to
and
go
gentlemen,
back and see that film, though. I have to watch. I'm going to watch all the Tarantino
you really should.
films
Have a
again.
festival.
I really am.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen any of these films, please see them.
Please do. Okay, everybody, just want to make one thing very clear to you, that you can find all of our illustrious videos here from our incredible show, Film Banter, right up there on YouTube every week.
There's over about 120-something episodes up there, plus
not quite.
individual little videos.
I believe like the first 10 or so that we didn't
But I believe we have over 150 videos up there, because there's all little segments and little things. Yeah,
spotlight shows.
There's so much to see. Yeah,
we did on specific films that we would do, and so forth and so on. So very good, folks. So we'll see you there.
Just look up Film Banter on YouTube.
Film Banter
We're
there.
also on Facebook. Like our page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. And please, just check out more of our stuff.